Hi, everybody. It's Donna. Welcome. Glad to see you all. I just decided to pop on, see what happens, and we're going to do some chatting and some readings. I hope we get some people show up, so we'll see what happens. This one I'm doing on my laptop, so it's not a mobile one, so we'll see, okay? Never too sure how these will work out. So I am going to get the, uh, what do I want? You know what I want. I need the donation link. That's what I need. So let me just see. Let's see here. Let me open this and find it. I hope everybody is having a good evening. Alrighty, here we go. Hello, Kay. Copy. Good to see you too. I know I've been trying to get on for a couple of days. I've just been extremely busy and it's been like craziness. And I hate to do that, but I don't know what else to do sometimes. So yeah, so there is the link. Absolutely, you can. You go right ahead, my dear. Hi, Mr. Maurice. Nice to see you, my dear. Okay, so we're going to have Mr. Maurice, you get a free yes or no, okay, if you would like one. And Kay, you are donating. So Kay, if you join the membership, it's $3.99. The minimum you can join for is $3.99 Canadian. Okay, so $3.99 Canadian per month. If you join that, you get a free yes or no question every time I go live. And I go live at least 5 or 6 times a month. Okay. So, yeah. And I plan on picking that up, but I can't guarantee any more than that, right? So let me just check PayPal, see what happened here. Now my phone's making all kinds of noises. I wanted to do thank you, Mr. Maurice and Kay. You guys are so sweet, both of you. Okay, so Mr. Maurice, you donated first. You have 3 questions, my dear. And Kay, you have 2 questions, okay? In-depth reading, absolutely. Okay, so you just want one, but you want it in depth. Okay. And what is your question, Mr. Maurice? Just gonna move that just over a little bit. There we go. I'm happy to be here today. It just feels really good today. Okay, so let me just see if I can get this to just put a little bit of light on me. Okay, what do the cards see coming towards you in general? Absolutely. Let's do a nice little reading for that. Okay, my dear? All right. So we have the 6 of Wands. Okay. I had the deck upside down, so I had to turn it. So 6 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 5 of Coins, 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, King of Cups. Okay, I do see some stress. So I definitely see some worry, some stress coming your way. This is coming within a week. So I'm going to say by the end of next week, there's going to be a little bit of chaos, okay? A little bit of something that you're not expecting. So if you're expecting some money to come in or something like that, there's going to be a delay there. Or if you're expecting some kind of raise or something like that, there will be a delay. So I feel like this is causing you some anxiety about money. whatever this is, and it could be just in your head, not even real. You know, sometimes we're our own worst enemy where we make something small a lot bigger. So be careful you're not catastrophizing, okay? I feel like there's a woman around you. This is a good thing. I don't know if you're in a relationship. I don't believe you are. But I believe this woman wants to be with you. Okay. If you have not met her yet, you are meeting her any day. All right. She's right there, right beside you. And she only wants the best for you. She's full of love and sunshine. Okay. She's full of love and sunshine. And she's beautiful from the inside out. You know what I mean? She's just so open and willing to give and kind. And she's been hurt before, you know? She's had people in her life that treated her poorly, and she's looking for something different. She's looking for you, Mr. Maurice. So, also, what I see that whatever was in the past does not have to be that way. So make sure you are not telling yourself just because it was, it's got to continue that way. Things can change and change quickly. You need to take a leap of faith here. You need to start believing in change. You need to start believing in things being better, possibly being lots better. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are believing in that and that you are pushing towards that. Work with somebody. There's something you're going to do on the side, or it could be at work where you're working with someone else very, very closely to get a project done. But I feel this is feeling more like it's a side gig. It feels more like maybe a community thing that you're getting involved with. You're helping somebody out that needs some help. Maybe a friend needs some help, something like that. This is not just going to be good for the person that you're helping, but it's going to be good for you emotionally. Okay. So it's an emotional boost. It's very grounding for you. It makes you feel like you're part of society. Okay. This is going to be extremely good. Do you have a good relationship with your mom? I don't know if I've ever asked you that, Mr. Maurice. I don't know if it ever came up, but I do believe that there's something going on with your mom here. Okay. Not a bad thing. I just feel like she's tired and I feel like she needs a little bit of a boost. Okay. So whatever's going on, if it's not your mom, it's that kind of female figure. Okay. An aunt. Okay. So maybe it's an aunt or someone that has that motherly energy, something like that around you. This is going to encourage you to do something different, to do something out of your comfort zone. And I think it's very, very positive. Don't allow this male around you who that you think is smarter than you think he's better than you. Now, whether it's your boss or whether it's somebody at work or a friend or a sibling, whoever this is, don't allow them to make you feel less than. Okay. Walk with your head high. You deserve to. You are a wonderful human being. And you got to start acting that way. You got to start being that way. Okay. So, to sum everything up, Mr. Maurice, I want you to change what's in your mind. I want you to re-talk or change the language that you have around yourself. Okay. So make sure you change the language around yourself. Make sure you're giving of yourself. Make sure that you are showing different ways that you can be a vibrant community member. Okay. How can you get involved? What can you do? What can you do for yourself? How do you improve that involvement in your community? Maybe you need to join something so that you can meet people who like the same things as you. So look for these opportunities, okay? And you're going to be just fine. I just feel the next week, just watch for that thing to happen, okay? Where it's going to stress you out and you're going to be a little bit concerned about money. But other than that, I see things going pretty good for the week, okay? So there you go, my dear. Thank you. Hello, Shirley. Hi, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, this is very late for you, is it not? Okay, K. What would an old friend initials AK think feel towards you if I were to encounter them again? You're welcome, Mr. Maurice. It's been years. Okay, let's have a look, see, okay? Just gonna shuffle these up really good. My hands are not strong enough to do this. These are stiff anyway, but they're still, my hands are just not strong enough since my surgery. So I was out for drinks. Donna just came in. Oh, okay. Awesome, Sarah. All righty. So, K, what would an old friend, initials AK, think towards you? All right. So we have strength, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. That's interesting. Right there. So the Knight of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Okay. There's a lot of emotion flying around here. Okay. So if you were to encounter them, there would be mixed emotions for sure. So first of all, they would be thinking about a lot of good things they know about you, a lot of good things they encountered with you. Those would be the biggest things on their mind, right? And then they would wonder how you've managed, how you were doing. What are you going through now? So there'd be all these things. And then all the what ifs would come up. So what if this happened? What if that happened? And for you and them, I feel like there's tons of what ifs that would come up. Okay. I also feel that they would have some very, very nice things to say. And I think that's lovely. And I think it's warranted. And I think it would make you feel really, really good. Okay. I think they are doing very, very well. They'd want to share that with you. And I feel like there's a little bit of that wonderment. So not just wondering what if, but wonderment of what could there be even now. Okay. So that kind of is kind of cool. All right. I like that. So there you go, my dear. So don't forget, if you join the membership, you get a free yes or no reading on every live. Okay. Every live that you're there. You have to be there to get one. So. All righty. Whew, I think I might have to get my fan. It's very warm. Crystal ball. Is AK a Cancer or a Gemini? Okay. So, it's AK. Whew. Show me if AK is a Cancer or Gemini. This AK was part of Kay's life at some time. All right, my dear, let's have a look-see. Hmm. I'm going to say they're a Gemini. Okay. I'm not seeing a Cancer here. I'm just not seeing the symbols that would represent Cancer to me in the crystal ball. So I do believe they are Gemini. Okay. Um, so let me see something here. There's also the letter, think I think it's an R. So I'm not sure why there's an R here, okay? But when we're talking about this person, there's a letter R. So, and it's not a capital, so it can be anything, okay? So whatever that means as well with that person, there's that, okay? So yeah, so I believe AK is a Gemini. Your next question, my dear. You're welcome. Oh, you had two. That's right. You only had two. Jeez, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Jeez. Okay, thank you, my dear. I'm just used to you having three questions, I guess. So, but you're never the same, so you always donate differently. So yeah, so that's good. Okay, so I was going to have a little chit chat as well. So in the description, I said we'll do some, rambling and some readings, right? So the rambling's the talking part. So sometimes I like to talk. I like to share with you guys. All right. So what I've done is I'm revising my scheduling for this channel and my other channel. So for both channels, okay? So I'm revising the scheduling so that I can make more what's needed and what I enjoy as well. All right. So it's not just going to be lives. So I'm going back to creating some other videos. And I think it's important. And I really want to do that. So my scheduling, I have it all like I have my board here, right? That I'm scheduling everything on. So what I'm hoping to get done starting in September with Northstar Tarot, I want to do a live a week, at least one live a week. I want to do 3 shorts a week, and I want to do a video a week. So one live, one video, and 3 shorts. That is my hope to do for you guys on Northstar Tarot. So this should give you an opportunity that you can, I'm going to do either messages over coffee or I'm going to do something like that for your video for the week, okay? And it could be a video as well about how to read tarot or anything like that. But I think I'm going to try to do messages over coffee. And then I'm going to do the live, and I want to do the lives. Let me just see here. Where did I put it? I want to do the lives on Tuesdays. I used to do lives Tuesdays all the time, and everybody got used to it. And I used to do it around 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock every day. I'm going back to that. Okay. Tuesdays, 4 or 5 o'clock, we're going to do a live and we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to keep that night open for you guys. Okay. Okay. Good night, Sarah. Yeah. So that should be fun. And I'm really looking forward to it. So I really want to boost this channel, get it really going, and build what I give you guys. Okay. I will be promoting membership. So I want you guys to know, and I would love it if you guys would sign up just for the $3.99 per month one, right? And that is called the Seeker. So with the Seeker membership, you get loyalty badges, you get emojis, you get a shout out, you get member only polls or posts, and you're going to get free yes or no questions in the live streams. Okay. And then we have the Star Seed. So the Star Seed is the next tier. In the Star Seed, it's $19.99 Canadian a month. And what you get is what you got in the Seeker tier. And then you get a 15-minute personal private reading with me. It can either be recorded and I post it on YouTube and you access it privately, or we can do it on Zoom or WhatsApp or whatever. Okay. And you also will get early access to some videos. All right. So that is the Star Seed. That's $19.99 per month. Great deal. I charge $45 for a 15-minute reading. Okay. And then the Starling. So the Starling, Mr. Maurice is a Starling member. Okay. So that is $39.99 Canadian per month. And with that, you get everything we talked about. plus you get a 30-minute personal reading. And that is $75. Okay. So I charge $75 for that. Or you can pick two 15-minute readings per month. So, and that would be $90 value. So you could have the $75 value, a 30-minute reading, or two 15-minute readings, which is a $90 value. Okay. And this is all Canadian dollars. And it's really, really a good deal. So that's what I'm offering there as far as, and I want to push it. I want to learn more about it and learn how to give you guys the best that I can do. Okay. 5:55 here on the clock. Ooh, 555. Yes, 555. Interesting numbers, right? I love the numbers when they do that, when they're repeating numbers and they show up and they're like, to me, they're power numbers, right? So I'll pull you guys an oracle card. This deck I pulled out, it is called Because I Love Myself, Healing Messages of Love from Your Soul to Yourself. Okay, can you see that okay? Lucy Cavendish. So yeah, so I'll pull a card for you guys see if anybody else shows up. Hello, Mr. McKissick. How are you, my dear? Okay, Shirley, here's one for you. So Shirley, Divine Spark. I am grateful just for being me. I am a miracle of life, an unrepeatable spark of divinity. I am thankful for this unique and beautiful experience. So there's yours, my dear. Okay. Who else is here, Shirley? Coco. Hi, Coco. You just came in time to get an oracle card. I just finished doing a couple of readings. Steve McKissick just showed up, and there you are. So, and yours, Coco, your oracle reading for today. Others love me. As I love myself more and more, others love me. No. As I love myself more and more, others' love for me grows too. I radiate love, and the world responds with love every day. So there's yours. Okay, C. McKissick. Yeah. C. McKissick, I got one for you, my dear. I would really like to know why you haven't joined membership, like join the membership. If you could give me a reason, I'd really love to know because I'm trying my best to give you guys the best I can, right? So, C. McKissick, this is for you. I think I said that. Clearing time. Today, as I bathe, I wash away my troubles. Everything but self-love dissolves and is removed from my energy field. There you go, my dear. That's for you. And that was for you, C. McKissick. I will inbox you and let you know. It's not, she was just personal changes in everything. It's not it's not me, just personal changes. Well, the lowest amount is $3.99 a month, right? Canadian. And that way you get a yes or no question, you get some emojis, you'll get some stuff that's going on in the background. I don't know. It just seems like it's just such a small amount that that would be really beneficial for me and for you because it looks good. The algorithm loves it, right? So this is for me. Oh, there we go, right? My power is loving. I accept my power and my self-love blooms with the energy of its support. I love that it is safe for me to express my power every day. That's mine. Cool, eh? I promise you're going to join. You know what? You just join when you can or when you want to. There's no pressure. I just would like to know so that I have a better idea how to make things more attractive to people. Or if I'm doing something wrong, then I know, right? So yeah. So waiting for donations for readings. What else can we talk about? Oh, I know what. YouTube actually interviewed me the other day. They sent me an invitation for an interview to take part in this interview. They paid me for it, or they will pay me. I haven't gotten paid yet, but I did the interview the other day, and it was really nice. And I was able to be really honest, and I could tell them how I felt, and yeah, and they're actually going to pay me for that. So that's amazing, right? And I got my first brand deal for my other channel because it's a retirement channel. I got a brand deal for a walking stick that changes into a seat. So if you're older and you're going hiking, you're going for long walks, you're doing all these kinds of things, this walking stick changes into a seat. And it's only 2.5 pounds, the total weight of it. So I can't wait to get it in. They're sending it to me and see what it's like. And I'm going to do a video on that. I'll do a video on my review. So that's kind of cool too. So those two things have happened recently. My grandson, you donated, C. McKissick? Okay. C. McKissick. My grandson has just gone back to the States. So he's gone back there. This is his third year. He was he's on a scholarship for lacrosse, and he's in his last year of high school now. He goes to a boarding school in West Virginia. He's in the mountains, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and he goes there. So I'm really, really excited for him. It's a big deal, you know. Um, and he's picked he had many offers. Thank you, C. McKissick. He had many offers for university next year. So he's going to go closer to home, still in the States, but he's going to go to Rochester. And there's a university there. I think he's taking kinesiology. So he wants to be like sports medicine kind of stuff. And so, yeah, so he's got a scholarship for the university in Rochester. So that's amazing, right? So I'm so excited. And he's closer to home. He's only 4 or 5 hours away. And now he's like 10, 11 hours away, maybe 12. So yeah. Okay, C. McKissick. You can post your questions, my dear. Thank you so much for your donation. I told you guys this one's going to be the ramble and the reading one. Jeez, throwing the cards on the floor. Here we go. All right. I love reading. You met this guy named Kivartra. Kivartra. Things been building slow, but it's been pleasant. No rush. Just want to know, is he the first he saw me meeting and fall in love with? Not sure what you're saying there. Is he the first he saw you meeting and fall in love with? So far, he said he's been so intrigued with you and he really, really likes you. Okay. So I'm not sure what you're asking because I can't really make heads or tails out of what your question is. You just want to know, is he the first he saw you meeting and fall in love with you? Is he the person that I saw you meeting? Hey, because we thought there was a female. Is he very feminine? So that is the Knight of Swords. Is he smart? Tell me he's smart. Three of Wands. Five of Wands, King of Cups, Knight of Coin, and the Seven of Wands. Yes, he has feminine energy. Okay, that's probably why I saw a female, right? So yes, it very well could be him. Okay, there's nothing here that says it isn't. Okay. I think he's smart. I think he's articulate. I think he is, if he's not, it's not the right one. Okay. I think he's got a big heart. He's cautious with it. So he doesn't give it away for nothing. Okay. So he's going to go slow. He's going to have expectations. He's not just going to give, 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 give. Okay. And he's a blue collar worker. Okay. Well, that makes sense, right? I do believe that this is really good. And I believe you'll challenge each other. You're not the same. And I think that's really good. Okay. And I think he will give you challenges that you're not used to. And I don't mean commitment and I don't mean those kinds of challenges. The challenges I mean about who you are and what you're doing and where you're going and how you communicate and how you can become a better person. Right. And I believe that these challenges are always good. You'll have debates, you'll talk about different things that really, activate your interests in life and society that you live in, right? So I do believe that he could be very, very good. Actually, really, really good for you. I like him. Um, Has he asked you to go anywhere with them, like overnight or anything like that? Because I feel like you're going somewhere with him on some kind of trip. So it doesn't have to be long or far, but I believe it's an overnight or a very long day trip, right? But to me, it feels like it's a little bit longer than a day. This is going to happen within 2 weeks. So let me know if this happens, okay? Feels good energy, really good energy, Simikisek. Yes. Oh, awesome. That's really good. Take your time, Simikisek. Don't push it, okay? Take your time with this. He sounds really, this one looks really positive, okay? He's intrigued by you. Yes, anybody would be intrigued by you, my dear. You are very intriguing. You're an interesting fellow. I'm just going to grab my top, okay? Just 2 seconds. It's right over here. Now, I'm binging on Diet Coke tonight instead of Diet Pepsi. Look at the bottle I have. I got this big bottle at the dollar store, right? So it's freaking huge, but oh well. All right. Crystal ball cards on what to see coming between him and you in the near future. How does his true intentions, okay, how do his true intentions look? All right. So let's have a look at that, my dear. So I'm going to throw 3 cards down and then we'll throw the crystal ball in there and see what happens. All right. Judgment, Ace of Wands, and the High Priestess. I like, that's very good. I like those cards. All right. Show me messages for Sima Kasich in regard to this relationship. Okay, lots of energy here, all right? Okay, let me just see though. The energy is you're afraid to get too excited about this, but you want to get excited is the energy I'm picking up from you, okay? I feel this is going to go better than you think. I think it's going to go well. I think it's going to go quick, but not too quick. Okay. It's going to be like a steady climb, right? But I think there's going to be a quick happening to it being exclusive. Okay. So that exclusivity is going to come up really fast. Okay. Um, okay. Here. There's something about him reminds you of someone who's passed over. Okay. So whether it's attitude, whether it's his mannerisms, whatever it is, something reminds you of someone that you cared about that's passed over. Okay. I believe that this person can bring a lot of joy to your life, can also get you in touch with yourself. You kind of lost that a little bit, okay? You like to think that everything is going okay and you know what you're doing, but sometimes you lose that grounding or you lose your direction, okay? Trust yourself, and you've got to start making like a daily kind of practice, okay? I want you to start doing that. Also, I feel like don't judge, don't put judgments on this relationship or him. Okay. I want you to leave it open as far as try not to sabotage, try not to, I feel like you could sabotage this so easy, and you want to be careful. Okay. Because I think if you do, you won't be able to go back. You know what I mean? He's not that type. So you won't be able to go back. So I want you to be very careful there. Do not judge. If something doesn't feel right or look right, walk away from it and then analyze it privately before you say anything. Okay. Because it could be a fear that you have. It could be something that he said, um, you know, maybe he was joking or whatever. So don't be careful how you take things. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. This relationship has potential, good potential. So, hey, your next question. Hi, Gracie. Okay, so cards end up general. I want to look forward to for the rest of this month, going into next month, September 2025. Just curious on what exciting things to look forward to. Okay, well, this is the last weekend. So it's a long weekend here in Canada because Labor Day is on Monday. I don't know about the States, but is it a long weekend for you guys? It's a long weekend here in Canada. Okay. And then we'll see what September's going to be like. Okay. And you want crystal ball as well? Okay. Two of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Okay. So you're going to build on this relationship. Okay. So I see this building up all through September. Very, very good. All right. Okay. Show me what else is in store for C. McKissick for September and this long weekend. All right. Mm. Well, this is telling me there is a future here with this guy. Okay. There's definitely a future. And it looks like it could be easy. It could be easier than you've ever had it. Your only problem is that you could kill it. Okay. So you want to be cautious, but it could be easy. I feel like it is like you're floating on cloud nine for the month of September. Okay. When it comes to this relationship. We got the Two of Cups here, not the lovers, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups for me is romantic love. All right. The Lover's card is choices. So when I get the Two of Cups, It just tells me that this is something you want. This is something you're ready for. This is something that's mutual. Okay. And we also have the Two of Wands. So that's the passion. That's the starting of the relationship. That's the building. That's the desire to build. And you both have that. All right. And then the King of Wands. That is the passion. So you're as passionate for him as he is for you. And I believe that this is good. And I believe that you just need to let it happen. Stop fighting it. Okay. And stop looking for reasons for it not to work. So you want to keep everything as positive as you can. Don't allow fear and don't allow apprehension to keep you held back. All right. Because this could be good. And I really like them. And I really think that you deserve this. It's been a few years and you deserve this. Okay. It's really good. So let me see if there's anything else here. Take him up on his offer. Like if he wants you to go with him for work, go. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Just go. Enjoy yourself. Um, do something constructive though while you're gone because you don't want to be kind of just waiting for him while he's working, right? Because that can put strain. So bring some stuff to do your music or do some videos or whatever. Keep yourself occupied. Show him you have passion and you have you're growing and you're constantly moving in a forward direction. Okay. You want to make sure you're doing that. So there you go, my dear. This is exciting. I'm so excited for you. That's fantastic. All righty. So let me check PayPal because it's timing out on me here. I don't think there's anybody else here, but you never know, right? You did time outs. Yeah. Oh, hi. Somebody's here. I don't want to say your name out loud, but so there's one question. And yeah, thank you very much. I can't remember what name you go by online, but I know I read you many times. So yes, so I have your question and I will. Yes, Faith. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it out loud. Some people don't like that, right? And I can't remember who wants me to and who doesn't. So for the most part, right? So yeah, so there you go, Faith. I have your question and I am shuffling these up for you. So if everybody could put in the chat where you're from. Now, I think C. McKissick and Coco are California. Shirley and Gracie, I can't remember. And Faith, where are you from, my dear? Oregon. Okay. Calgary. You're Canadian, Gracie. I didn't even know that. So you're in Alberta. My son is in Saskatchewan. Yeah, my OKC. Go Thunder. Oklahoma, is that what that is? OKC. What's OKC? Yeah, okay. That's why you complain about the weather. Absolutely. I don't blame you. The weather's terrible in Calgary, right? Yeah, my son is in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. He's a tattoo artist. My son's a tattoo artist. It is cold. Is it cold? Yeah. Well, not here now, but it's cold in the winter, that's for sure. Okay, Faith, let's have a look. Yeah, it's just for decoration. Just for decoration. Sometimes I need a little color around my face. I'm getting older, right? All right, so we have the Seven of Coins, Faith, and the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Coins. All right. Yes, you will do excellent in your final semester. All right. You need to just keep keep stress at a bay. All right. You want to make sure that you're not stressing for no reason. You've got this. So quit doubting yourself. All right. So I feel like sometimes you stress when you don't need to. You are very smart, my dear. And I think you have a very smart friend that you can rely on as well, or you have a tutor or something. Okay. So make sure that you are just looking after yourself. I think it's super important that you get enough rest. So, whatever's going on there, make sure you're getting enough sleep and make sure that you are feeling good about that. Okay. I really do believe that that is super, super important. You are going to come out on top. I feel you're going to do extremely well, not just good, you're going to do extremely well. Okay. So you've been struggling with sleep. You need to get that on track. Okay. Either see your doctor, use some guided meditations, whatever kind of holistic approach you can take, look up some things that you can do. And maybe if you have to, see your doctor about it. It's imperative you get proper sleep. We can't think when we're not sleeping properly. Okay. It affects us in a big, big way. All right. So, yeah. So make sure you're doing that. Okay, Faith? Awesome, my dear. That's fantastic. You're going to do really well. What is your average right now, Faith? Yeah, meditating would be really good. Guided meditations work really well for me. And I don't know if you use a noise machine to, yeah, you're doing extremely well. That's your GP. That's your, um, what is it called? Your GP? Your something like that. Grade point average, GPA, grade point average. Yeah. Yeah. You are doing really well. You're super smart, my dear. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to pull you one of these cards because I love myself. These Oracle cards. I just think they're awesome. They're by Lucy Cavendish, and I think she's awesome. So I'm going to give you one of those cards, Faith, just because you were here. All righty. So here you go. So this one says, I'll read it to you. Small moments matter. I take time to stay still, open my heart, and appreciate the multitude of beautiful moments I encounter. As I do this, my happiness rises to meet me more and more. Take care of yourself, okay? It's not all about what you can do. It's sometimes what you don't do that matters most. Who else didn't get one? Shirley, did you get one? You got one, right? I can't remember. I don't think I read one for you, Gracie. So, Gracie, this is for you, my dear. My needs matter. I please myself. I focus and check in, asking, what is it, my own bright, precious self, that you want most at this time? I make my needs a priority. So make sure that you are looking after yourself and you're making yourself a priority. Okay. You got to be number one and you got to be the one that matters in your life. Right. So there you go, my dear. All righty. So I'll just leave those there in case somebody else shows up. So more chatting. What else can we chat about? You tell me something about you guys. Okay, so my birthday is September 7th. When is your birthdays? So mine is September 7th. C. McKissick is the 16th of May, I think. I'm not positive, but I think so. Mr. Maurice, I have no idea. Hey, I don't know. I don't even know if she's here. And then there's Shirley and Coco and Gracie. Don't know your birthdays. Shirley, September 23rd. Awesome. Happy birthday this month. Yes, we talked about that the last time, right? Because you're on the cusp. Yeah, your birthday's on the cusp. January 10th, or is it October 1st? Coco? I think it's January 10th, right? October 15th. Ah, so Gracie, October 15th, and Coco, January 10th, right? Okay, January 10th. Okay, so I have a grandson, January 17th. So if you're anything like him, Coco, I'm going to say you are very kind, you're generous, you're funny, you're open, you're smart, you're strong, and you're resilient. Okay. So, and then Shirley, you're on the cusp, but I'm going to say just by what I've seen is that you are definitely kind and generous and open. You like things organized, though. You still have a little bit of that Virgo kind of thing. You like things to kind of flow in the way they're supposed to, right? And I think that's important to you. But you also have that, to me, Libra is like the beautiful people, or Libra is the beautiful people, right? So, yeah. And then Gracie, you're a Libra, right? And I have a daughter who's a Libra, and then one that's a Scorpio. Her birthday is the end of October, and you're on the 15th, so you're in the middle there. And I always look at my birthday attributes to see if I match. Well, let me see, Gracie. So let me tell you, you're very kind, um, but you can be self-centered. So you can be caught up in your own stuff sometimes. And when that happens, sometimes you can forget that other people are needing you or around you, that want to be around you, that need that kind of help, or kind of just that kind of like recognition, okay, or that pat on the back kind of thing. Some people need you, right? And sometimes you get caught up in things and you don't really allow that in your life at times, okay? But I do think that you are very kind, and you are very sweet. And but Libra is kind of like, um, you're willing to go the extra mile. So you're going to go the extra mile for what you need. And you're always looking how to be the best of the best. So that's where I think you are. Okay. So you want to do something and be very, very good, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I see for you, Gracie. And Shirley, yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, that is you. And okay, so Coco, that's you. Yes. Yeah, for sure, right? You guys are awesome. That's fun. My birthday is next week. Well, in a week. So my birthday is not this Sunday or this Saturday, but next Saturday, I think. Let me just see. September, next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And I'm going to be old. I don't like that. but it's all part and part, right? I can't believe it. I just can't believe that, you know, I'm this old, I don't know how it happens. It's just a little scary. A lot of it, I believe, Gracie, a lot of it they figured out by the moon. Okay, so by the moon and how the planets, the energy of certain planets, how it affected certain people at certain times. So, because, um, like for me, Virgo is my star sign because that's the sign I was born under. And the planets and the moon were at certain places when I was born. And that created certain energies. Okay. Excuse me. So those energies, I believe, is where all this comes from. And they just put it together and more and more and more. And as they learned more, that kind of portfolio that they learned grew. So now there's a huge kind of portfolio as to what all these aspects mean, right? Well, it's my star sign. So Virgo is my star sign. Um, because that's the sign you were born under. But there's other planets, not moon, but the moon and other planets that are in the system that when you're born affect you. Okay. So the planets and the moon, because it's all like it's all out there and they're in different places when everybody's born. So when anybody's born, they're in different places to different varying degrees. And so they make a difference. Um, I'm gonna say I do feel like a lot of Virgo pertains to me. And I think you have to remember that's what you were born under, but as you move along in life, there are things that can knock you off, right? If you've had traumas, that can knock you off, and that can change how you see the world and how you interact in the world. Whether you maybe you had this trait or this ability that you were born under. But as things happen and as you grow, you can either lose it or you can enhance it, right? So it's not a perfect science, but what it is a guideline. And what it is that it gives you these things to work with and to kind of have an idea where is your set point. So I know I do much, much better when I'm organized and structured and I have a plan and I have all that. I know that. And when I don't do as well. So when something's happened to me, when I'm depressed or when I'm struggling and I don't incorporate those things in my life, I can really struggle. And because I'm going off who I'm supposed to be, like what I really like and what really keeps me balanced. So, yeah, that's how I think it works. Yes, exactly. Right. I don't know enough about it. I really don't know enough about astrology and stuff, and to really, it's just the experience that I've grown up with. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I haven't studied it much. But the little I do know, that's how I feel about it. So yeah, it's interesting, that's for sure. Well, let's see. It is 9:30. I think I've been on for an hour. Not much is happening. Um, but it is interesting. And I love you guys. This is fun. So I'm going to read for you guys now, okay? So Shirley and Coco and Gracie, post your questions, okay? And I'm going to do a tarot reading for each of us.
Yeah.
Do I get a lot of visions? At times I do. Absolutely, I do. And other times not so much. Okay. If I'm really tired and I'm really not in a healthy kind of mind frame, I don't. So yeah, I think I get visions in my dreams a lot. So I get that. And I just get feelings. More than seeing things or dreaming of things, I get big feelings. If I'm talking to somebody, I know something's off. You know, if I hear somebody's name, that can also trigger me where I know something or I feel something or I know something's happened. You know, if I'm thinking of somebody and or if I'm doing something and then somebody's name comes into my mind, and that's a connection. So either they're in a bad place or they're in a really good place. And I often need to check with them to see if it's yay or nay, because sometimes it's hard to tell. So, yeah, so trust that. Okay. That's a lot of your intuition. I don't know how many of you guys have my book, but The Magic of Intuition, and it says developing your psychic abilities, right? But it's for anybody that wants to know more about their intuition. It's on Amazon, it's not expensive, and I really think it can help anybody just discover more of their intuition, more of their abilities, and kind of hone in. Okay. It's less than 20 bucks. Like I think it is, I don't know what it is in the States, but it's somewhere around $15. Okay. And then if you guys are interested, I know I have a 5-minute daily journal for divination. Okay. So any kind of cards, oracle cards, tarot cards, whatever you want to use, and this is for one card. Okay. Now you can increase it after and add a couple of more cards, but this is a beginner's kind of thing where you're learning, right? And you just fill out the prompts and away you go. You pull a card as often as you want, and and that really helps as well. And that's available on Amazon too. Okay, guys. I gotta promote too, right? Okay, Gracie. Hi, Diane Mark. I only take donations. Okay, my dear. Lovely to see you. Welcome. So the donation link is in the chat. All right, Gracie. How do you cope with people having heavy, messed up energy? Irana. Hello, my dear. Thank you very much for your super chat. You will be, let me just see. So Shirley is, I'm going to read for Shirley and then you'll be up after that. Okay, my dear? So Ariana, I think that's how you say that. It's very pretty. So thank you very much for your super chat. And I will be right with you. Okay, so Shirley, may I please ask, what do you see happening for the job you applied for with David and his team? He reached out to you after you applied for the job to elaborate more on your experience. Okay, so he wanted to know more about your experience. Okay. And you haven't heard back? When was that? So we have the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords, Three of Cups, the Magician. I think you're worried about it, right? I think you're going to get it. Okay. So it looks to me like it's very, very positive. It looks like you're going to get this. Okay. And I do believe that you will be celebrating probably within 3 to 5 days. All right. So something's coming up very, very soon. Don't worry about them asking. I think it was supposed to be that way. And I think he wanted clarification. So that's also a positive thing that he reached out looking for that. So I would not be worried about that at all. Okay. Just stay out of your head about it. Make sure you're staying out of your head and make sure that you're looking forward to what's coming with this job. Okay. Yes, I think your response was excellent as well. I don't think you have to fight about it. I don't think you have to fight yourself or be too worried about it. I believe that you will definitely get this job. Okay. So I'm going to say I'm 90% sure by the cards that just came up. I would say that. Okay. So Coco, what is next? Oh, sorry. I got to read for my donation and then I'll read for you guys after that. Okay. So Ariana, you are up, my dear. So question 1, will my settlement be soon and fair? All right. So let's have a look at that. All right. Let's just see what that card is that blew out. So 8 of Cups reverse. Okay. So I think you've been very, very emotional about this. And I think this has kind of been driving you crazy, but you're starting to feel more relaxed about it and more settled about it. Okay. So I really do feel you're coming back into yourself about all this questions. Okay. Ace of Swords, Queen of Coins, King of Cups, Queen of Wands, lots of people involved in this decision, okay? So, and the Two of Swords. I feel the decision is coming soon. You're going to hear very, very soon something about this, okay? So, and I do believe it will be fair and I think it will be just. So I would not be concerned. I think you need to be not so worried about whether you're going to get it, but more the amount. Okay. So it may not be exactly what you want, but I do think you're going to get it. Okay. And I do think it will be fair, it will be just, and it will be quick when it happens. So we're looking at 2. So 2 weeks, 2 months. I don't think it's 2 days. Okay. So 2 weeks, 2 months. So that's what I see there. All right. Hi, Mercury and Leo lady. Nice to see you. Diane, I will check that in just a minute for you, okay? So I will look and see. Let's see. Nice to see you too, my dear. So your second question, Ariana. That is such a pretty name. I love that name. So I read for sure. Yeah. Will Rob and I work out? Okay, will Rob and you work out? Okay, let me just take a breath there. I feel like something's stuck here. So, I just want to see what that's all about. Okay. So we've got the 3 of Coins, Judgment, Page of Coins, 7 of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. Okay. You know what? I'm going to say if you want it to work out, it's going to work out. Okay. But I'm not sure that this is what you want. I'm not 100% convinced, and neither are you. Okay. There may be water under the bridge. There may be something that you're thinking of that maybe you're wondering, shouldn't I kind of thing. Let go of the judgments. Let go of any kind of apprehension that you have to make a decision. Okay. Any kind of preconceived ideas, you need to let it go. And if something's happened in the past, you need to forgive, or there's no sense going forward. Okay. If you can't forgive, you can't go forward. That much I can tell you for sure. I feel like there's something you need to look at and make a decision if this is right for you or not. Okay. So make sure that this is something you want. If you want it, it's there for you. So you will go forward. Okay. But I do see that apprehension. So yes, Diane, I got your donation. Thank you very much. You will be right after Ariana. Okay. She has one more question. Okay, Ariana. Should I look for a new job or retire? Okay. Hmm. I was going to answer you something, but I thought, well, maybe I should pull some cards first, right? But I got feelings about this one. All righty. So we have the Page of Coins, the Three of Coins, the Ace of Swords, the Hanged Woman, the Devil, and Justice. Okay, this is very interesting. I love the cards that came up for this. Okay. First of all, you have to keep busy. What are you going to keep busy with? Okay, there's no sense retiring unless you have a plan. And you don't need a plan necessarily financially, that's good too, but you need a plan to keep yourself busy, occupied, stimulated, moving forward, and that you're feeling like you're contributing. Okay, that's what you need to make sure you have. If you have that in place, then go ahead and retire. Okay, I do feel there's a little bit of a delay here before you retire. It looks like there's going to be a delay. Probably January would be a better time for you to retire. Right after this year, I think would be a better time to retire. Okay. I also think that you are ready. You're ready um, to do something like that. You're ready to give it all up and stop working to make life work, and you're going to make life work and not work. Does that make sense? So I think you have the balance that you have an idea of what you want to do and how you want to implement it. And I think you just need to make sure that you've got things implemented, because I worry we have the devil that turned up here. Okay. So I'm worried that you're going to get yourself in a situation where you feel stuck, where you feel stagnant, where you feel like you're not moving. Okay. And that's what can happen if you retire and you don't have the plan in place. So make sure you take the next few months, get the plan in place, and then absolutely retire. I think it would be really, really beneficial for you. Okay. So thank you, my dear. Okay. So the next one, Diane, you are up. You can post your question, please. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I know I retired last year. So I retired September last year. It'll be a year. I'll be 66 in just over a week. And I retired when I was 65, but I still do tarot. And I have another YouTube channel that I do and I love. And yeah, so I do many things, but I was still kind of not feeling fulfilled or not feeling like I was doing enough for me. So I just joined the recreation center of the city I live in. And there's 3 different rec centers and there's a couple of other community centers. That's all part of it. You're almost 62? Yeah, I'm 65. Well, I'll be 66 in a week. So yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. So look into that. Make sure you know what you want to do. Maybe you should join now, and get to know people and stuff like that, right? Okay. So, Diane, how does R feel about you? I had a dream about him last night. He's married, but keeps reaching out to you. Does he want more than a friendship? Alrighty. So let's have a look at that, Diane. So we have the 7 of Cups. That's the first card that comes out. Okay. And that one is like you need to think. The 2 of Swords. Then we have the 5 of Coins, the 6 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. Okay. So these cards are not good. These cards are not excellent cards for you. Okay. When you're talking about this kind of, to start a relationship, right? Or what does he want with you? And and how does he feel about you? Okay. So first of all, I'm going to say that I think he gives you double messages. Okay. So I think sometimes you think he's really into you and really wants more with you, and other times you're not sure. Okay. And that could just be because he's married, or it could be because he doesn't have the ability to spend the time with you. Okay. I do think he's interested in you, but I think this is a very, very bad idea. And I'm not just saying that because he's married. I'm saying it because we have the Three of Swords here. We have the Five of Cups here with his sorrow. Okay. There's sorrow here in your heart, and there's sorrow here in your mind. Okay. So your mind would be conflicted as well. There's also worry and stress and anxiety, that you don't measure up. So you're always going to feel like you're taking second place, and you're trying to come up from the back to be on top. And it's never going to happen the way you want it to. Okay. So that's what I see here. This reminds you of something in your past. This is not the first time you've encountered something like this. Okay. You made a choice before, you walked away before, and I think you need to do that again. I wouldn't accept his calls anymore, period, or his texts, whatever they are. I would just say, I'm out of here. Sorry, deal with your shit. And then if you want to talk to me after you deal with your shit, then fine. Other than that, leave me out of it. Because I think you have feelings for him. And I think this could be very dangerous for you. Okay. So you do what you want, dear. But I am a very direct reader. I tell you exactly what I see in the cards. Okay. And the cards are just cards. They're not the end all to be all. So you follow your intuition, you follow your heart. All right. But I can only tell you what I see. And then you make the decision. All right. So thank you, Diane. And I hope you follow your heart and listen to your intuition. Okay. All righty. I know, right? That's a biggie. That's definitely a biggie. Okay, so let me just see if anybody else donated. There was another person in here. I don't know if they did go ahead and donate. Not yet. Okay, so we're going to go back to Coco's question. Let me just see. Let me see if I can find your question, Coco. Yes. What is next for you this weekend that I don't see coming? What is next for you this weekend that you don't see coming? What is next for you this weekend that you don't see coming? Okay, Coco. 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Death, 7 of Swords, Page of Swords, 7 of Coins. Okay, so this one is very, very not usual to your readings. Okay, so not usual what you get at all. I don't know what's going on with your ex, okay? But I think your ex is trying his damnedest to get under your skin, okay? I believe he's lying to you about something. I believe there's something going on with him that he doesn't want you to know. And unfortunately, your son always pays the price. Yeah. Yeah. And your son is always paying the price, right? Sevens are about contemplation. Okay. So when we look at sevens in tarot, they're about contemplation. And we have a 7 of cups and we have the 7 of swords. So the 7 of cups is, like, what do you need to deal with emotionally? What are all the different emotions are coming at you? And you're going to have to sort them out, right? Absolutely, right? And then with the 7 of swords, because again, it's contemplation, but this is contemplating in your mind. This is someone that is giving you mixed signals or saying things that are untrue, or someone you need to get away from, right? You can't base a strong opinion on what you hear from this person. And I feel like they are trying to do this on purpose to try to mess you up, right? They just want to get under your skin. They just want to make you miserable. Misery loves company, and that's what they want. They're not happy, and they don't want you to be happy. Don't give them the satisfaction. Stay true to yourself and true to your goals. Okay? Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, Coco? So this is going to come up in the next few days, and don't react. Not in front of them anyway, right? If you want to go in the bathroom after and scream and yell and pound your fists and whatever, right? Go ahead. But don't let them know they're getting to you, because that just feeds them. They love it. And it's mean. He's very, very mean spirited, but I just think he's unhappy. Not a mean person necessarily. He's just unhappy. Okay, Gracie, anything interesting coming your way this week? Let's see, my dear. We have the Two of Wands, Knight of Wands, Judgment, Four of Wands, the Hermit, and the Hierophant. Okay, so are you seeing anybody right now, Gracie? I believe there's someone there. All right. So either you've seen them just recently in the past, or you know them already. Okay. Whoever this person is, I believe you know this person. I believe this person's going to come back into your life, going to add stability to your life, going to add some fun to your life, get you outside of yourself. Okay. Right now, you're focused internally, and that's great and that's wonderful, but you've got to get outside of yourself. Okay. That's what this person's going to do. This is coming very, very soon for you. Stop trying to figure it all out. You don't have to figure it all out. Okay. Stop searching. Okay. You already know this person. You already have somebody. There's already somebody there for you. You're just not aware of it. Okay. So, and that's the hardest thing, is to just understand that the universe knows more than we do about what we need and who we need in our life, right? And that person's already there. I believe you know them from your community. So I believe you know them that way. So some kind of place that you belong to, or some community place that you go to. I don't know if you go to church or you belong to some kind of group or organization, something like that. Okay. This person's already there. So just be open, be willing to open yourself up, and just accept what's coming in without judgment. It's the without judgment that you need to stop. Okay. So look at mindfulness. I don't know if you know much about mindfulness, but look at mindfulness. Mindfulness is living in the present and being able to just take what happens and just let it all go by without judgment, and just relax and living in the present moment. Okay. Absolutely, Coco. How many do you have left? I don't remember. 3? See? 3. Awesome. I do. Okay. So go ahead, Coco. You can ask one of your donation questions for sure. What is next for you this week that's unexpected in love? All righty. Ooh, we got 2 of cups. Love that. Page of Wands, 5 of Cups, 5 of Coins, 6 of Swords, and King of Coins. Okay. First of all, I'm going to say that I think somebody, maybe it's you, maybe it's them, I'm not sure. One of you is getting impatient for something to happen. Okay. So maybe you're wanting something to happen and it's not happening. That's the feeling I'm getting. Okay. And it kind of making you a little bit pissed off. And at first it was made you a little bit sad, but now it's kind of pissing you off a little bit. Okay. Let it go. This is going to happen soon enough. Okay. There's just something that's kind of making him hold back. So he holds back because he doesn't want to do the wrong thing. And he doesn't want to not be good enough, big enough for you. He wants to be able to give you everything, and he wants to be able to do it in a real big way. So this is what I see as the kind of issue right now. So don't get worried about that. Okay. Don't just be you. Just love, be you, give, let him give. Enjoy what you've got, no matter what it looks like. Get rid of the expectations. Okay. And I believe that once you do that, and once you just let it go a little bit, it's going to happen. All right. I think this is going to happen before Christmas. There's going to be a big change here. So either it's a proposal or you're going to be moving in together or something like that. But this is going to happen before Christmas. Okay. Like it's going to happen this year for sure. Lots of love there. All right. Okay. Nice to see you back, my dear. Okay. So let me just see. I got it, my dear. Thank you. What are Scorpio's next actions to you? Okay, let me see, my dear. What are Scorpio's next actions to you? Okay, what are Scorpio's next actions to you? I'll be right with you, Kay, right after Coco's reading here. We have the Empress, Death, Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. Again, contemplation, right? Okay, so I'm not sure who this Scorpio is, Coco, but I feel like this Scorpio, their next action to you is they're going to show you their true colors. Okay, so I feel like you're going to see their true colors, and I feel like this has been a long time coming. So whatever, even if you've known them for a long time, they haven't really shown you who they are in a long time. Okay, and I don't think they're as well as you think they are. So whoever this Scorpio is going to show you their true colors, is going to surprise you with that. All right. And I think that's going to make you think if you really want them in your life or not. So whoever this is, I'm not sure, but you are going to know that this is somebody who has potential to harm, but also potential to add. So they're kind of they teeter on the good and bad. They teeter on that kind of person they are. So I think at times they can be loving and warm and gentle and all that nurturing kind of stuff and just that, that kind of person. And yet there's that dark side of them that comes out every once in a while. And it's going to surprise you. Okay. So I think it's I'm not going to say it's good or bad. What I think it is a um a key or it's going to be like a a way for you to open it up, to see what they're made out of. They're going to expose something they haven't. They're going to show you their character, okay? And it's not necessarily wonderful, but you're going to see who they truly are, okay? And then you'll be able to make some decisions based on that, okay? And I don't want you to make a quick decision. I want you to kind of just mull it over. Maybe they were in a bad spot. Maybe something terrible happened in their life, whatever it is. So don't make a quick rash decision. Okay. Mull it over first, and then you can decide what you want to do with it. So it's not good or bad. It's just an opportunity to know them better and to figure out if this is important or not. Okay. So that's what I see, my dear. Okay, Kay. You can post your question now, or unless you want your last question, Coco. Do you want your last one, or are you saving it? Let me just see, Kay, if Coco wants her last question or not. Do you want to ask your last question, Coco, or you want to save it? Save. Okay, perfect. Okay, Kay, what kind of good things would AK say about you that you mentioned prior she would open up about? Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. See, we've got this sign. 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, the Moon, the World, and the 6 of Coins. Okay, this is very good. Okay, so the cards are, they really talk about her being more willing to open up all this joy. I think it's a her being very willing to open up all the joy and happiness and charming things that are happening around her. Okay. So I believe that would be the first thing that kind of comes up. And then from there, it's going to be about how she's had to fight to keep this up. And then the troubles. Okay. So then all the worries and the troubles are and she'll start exposing those kinds of things. And then it's going to be how she overcome all of that and all about her resilience. Okay. And then it's going to be about you realizing, yeah, she may be resilient. These might have happened, but not as big as she's making it, right? And that illusion of all that kind of stuff that she has can throw things off balance if you let it. Okay. Sometimes we have to let people express this kind of thing so that they can feel they have control of their life now. I don't think she has much control of her life right now, or when you meet her again, or whatever it is. I don't think that she's in much control of her own life, and she's going to play it off like she does. Okay. So since last time, it's, she's made this. Yeah, there's been shit and whatever happened, but she's got through it. And it's this big illusion that she's going to be making this big story about, right? Let her have it. Let her have it right now. And then you can, once you kind of get past a little bit of she's got to be bigger in order to make her feel okay because she feels less than. So she wants to make sure she feels okay. And then once that's passed, then you can start adding that balance back into the picture if you want to continue to have some kind of connection with her. Okay. So that's what I see. All right, my dear. Does that make sense to you? I hope I explained that well. So the good thing is that you will take all that and you will be able to add some balance there. Okay. You're welcome, Kay. Thank you, my dear. Okay, so it's been an hour and a half. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. And here I am still shuffling cards, right? I just shuffle. But I love this. And I'm so happy to see you guys. I'm glad it was just a few of us tonight. And I really enjoyed this. So chatting and reading and yeah. So look forward to some changes on the channel. Look forward. Um, I will be on for sure. I'm going to come on Tuesdays. Okay, Tuesdays around 4 or 5 o'clock. I used to be on every Tuesday, and I'm going to do that again. Okay. So I'll be on Tuesdays for sure and look forward to videos and shorts also. Okay. So look forward to those. And you can always message if you want a private reading, we can do that as well. If you join the membership, Kate, starts at $3.99 to $39.99 a month, whatever you pick your tier at, and you can get personal readings, okay? And it's pretty cheap. Okay, so yeah, you certainly can ask your last question there, Coco. You want crystal ball? Okay. So what is your question, my dear? A Gemma. Okay. Okay. Show me messages for Coco that she needs to hear now. All right, Coco, let's have a look. Things are a little bit foggy right now, okay? I feel like things are a bit foggy for you. There's not a clear direction happening over the next week or so, okay? So a little bit of fogginess happening. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're going to have a cold. You know, there's just that kind of under the weather kind of thing, right? There's a W that's very, very important. So this W is going to be very, very important in the next few days. Two birds. So if you're seeing two birds all over the place, pay attention to the times, what's going on in your mind when you see them, where, that kind of thing. Okay. These are indicating that, that your relationship is connected to when you see them. So either you're thinking about somebody, you're trying to connect with somebody, something like that. Okay. And I want you to pay attention because it's going to become more frequent and it means you need to talk to your partner about something. Okay. So pay attention to what you're thinking about when that happens, when you see them. This is going to give you a clue as to what either you need to talk to him about or he needs to talk to you about. Okay. What else do I see here? Did you do something with your hair? You like watching birds? Yeah. Okay. Watch for two like are hooking up or together. And what's going through your mind when you see them? Okay. Not yet. You didn't do anything to your hair yet. I see something. I see you doing something to your hair here. I don't know how you wear it or anything, but I just feel like you're changing your hair. So and it's a big change, whatever you're doing. Okay. I feel there's some extra money coming in soon. So you're getting some extra money from somewhere, whether it's a raise or a bonus or whatever. I see some extra money in here as well. Prosperity. So prosperity is really big. You're going to schedule a hair appointment? Okay, yeah. So are you planning on making a big change, Coco? Okay. Is there I know nothing about where you live, okay? There is somewhere that you're going soon, or you're going to plan it soon. And wherever this is, there's mountains. Okay. So I just see that I believe there's mountains and the mountains have like ice on them. So whatever this is, you're going somewhere and there is mountains that you'll be able to see that have like ice on them. Okay. Wherever that is. And if you haven't planned anything yet, you're going to plan it soon. Okay. I don't know where it is. Maybe you're going to Switzerland. You'll be able to look at the mountains, right? I don't know, the Rocky Mountains, whatever, right? So maybe you go in the winter and there'll be lots of snow and ice on the mountains, right? So yeah, so I have drive through the mountains to get to your destination. To get to what destination, Coco? Like on a daily basis or is this just certain times of the year? Like why am I seeing the ice then? Why is the ice if you were to go out of town? Okay, okay. So maybe that's saying in the winter months, okay? Because I know you live in California, there it's hot. So, but maybe in the winter months, that's when you're going to be going out of town, right? So yeah, that would make sense. That would make perfect sense. Okay. So plan something then. Yeah, it snows in the mountains. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. So look forward to that. I feel like that is really, really good. Okay. Other than that, I don't see anything significant here. Um, is your mom driving you crazy? I feel like your mom is getting more and more needy. So whatever's happening there, I feel like she's very, very needy. I'm just watching for your responses, right? So yeah. So I do feel like your mom is very, very needy. Just know that oh, you're on the phone with her now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I feel like she's just a lot needier than she's ever been. And I don't see this getting any better. If anything, it's just going to grow. Okay. Be kind, be gentle, but make sure you're taking care of yourself as well. Okay. So there you go, Coco. Okay, love you, girl. All righty. So I am going to say goodnight. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here, the donations, just everything. I just love you guys. I couldn't do this channel without you guys. There's no way I would have given up a long time ago. I get so stressed out sometimes, right? But yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Love you. And be good to yourself, right? So, and I have a new tagline for this channel. I have one for my other channel. So I came up with one for this channel. Okay. So when I end the streams or when I end the videos, you can expect to hear me say, until next time, follow your North Star. Okay. Love you guys. Good night, everybody.